Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's TPM5 here, back again with another NBA video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Washington Wizards, recap some of the moves they made, and yeah, just talk about their off-season they had. So without further ado, let's get started. So recently, the Washington Wizards traded away Russell Westbrook in exchange for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Montrezl Harrell, and also Kyle Kuzma, while sending two second-round picks in the future, along aside Russell Westbrook to LA. They also got pick 22 in this year's draft as part of that trade, and they recently acquired Spencer Dinwiddie on a 3-year deal worth $60 million. They'll send two second-round picks. And then also Chandler Hutchison and another second round pick as part of the trade. So these moves, it's a good move for Washington. It kind of proves that they want to build a team that suits Bradley Beal. Westbrook, if he wanted to leave, it's a fairly good package in return given his contract. Now just a quick break, guys. I make NBA content 2 to 3 times a week. I'll be pumping out some videos during the off season, so I'd heavily appreciate it if you subscribed. Also drop a like and also comment as well. And yeah, let's get back to the video. So basically, the net for net trade, as a whole for their off season so far, would be Russell Westbrook, Chandler Hutchison, and 2 second round draft picks, and then a second round draft pick swap in exchange for a starting point guard, which is Spencer Dinwiddie, starting small forward, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and then also a starting small forward power forward in Kyle Kuzma. You also have a guy like Harrell that comes in as well. And then they also brought in Aaron Holiday as part of another move this offseason, which was really good as well. So they've obviously addressed some issues they had last year. Now, if you guys do remember the roster the Washington Wizards had last year, it did lack a lot of depth. Robin Lopez was getting a large amount of minutes as well. Obviously, the production at center was hampered when Thomas Bryant went down with an ACL injury. Now, I like what he showed in terms of his development. He was able to cover the floor pretty well, and for a big, that hadn't been shooting brilliantly to start his career in LA, he's stepped up and he can shoot the ball at a, relatively speaking, good level for a center. Before I continue, obviously Russell Westbrook, a great player, an all-time great, definitely going to be a Hall of Famer and this stuff, he's a great player, and he did have an impact. Bradley Beal, averaged a career high in points, I think it was 31.3 per game. With Russell Westbrook, and he did help them a lot. There was a big streak where those two were out there and they were working together. But if all reports are to believe, I think that Russell Westbrook wanted to leave, and I think that the Wizards were conscious about Bradley Beal's future. So they getting out of that allows them more flexibility in the immediate future in the event that Bradley Beal leaves. But let's go through all the recruits and let's look at what they can add to this team. So Spencer Dinwiddie at 6'5", he brings size and toughness to the backcourt, and is a pretty average point guard when you look at it. But if you guys do remember, a couple seasons ago in Brooklyn, he was a very handy player. He was averaging 21 points and also 7 assists. That was the year they acquired Kyrie and Kevin Durant, but KD was injured and Durant barely played. So he'll be someone that's pretty good value on that deal. And then the next guy we're going to talk about is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Now, he's a great defensive player. He's a good 3-and-D guy. I think he's someone that the Lakers are going to miss. It was someone they had to trade if they wanted to get Westbrook as part of making the money work. I think that he's likely to get 30-plus minutes a night, and he's going to be a massive upgrade, in that small forward spot from, the team that the Wizards were putting out. I think he's going to do good things for them on the defensive side of the floor. If he doesn't do anything else, you can expect that from him at least. Now, Kyle Kuzma could start as a forward, or he could come off the bench. Now, I think that it's likely for him, he'll have a consistent role in Washington. Now, I'm not going to rule out the chance of him being traded later on, but I think that he can reach the level that he was with LA in the first year of LeBron. He was averaging 18.7 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. I think that he can be someone that is good, and in that year he did shoot the ball poorly from 3 at 30%, but he did shoot a really efficient 55% from the field. So he's someone that could go back to that level, and it would create another key option besides Bradley Beal. I think that Kuzma has something left in the tank. He's a bit older than he was picked in 2017 as part of the D'Angelo Russell Brook Lopez trade. He's older than what people would, think he would be, given that he was only picked and he's only been an NBA player for 4 to 5 years now. But he definitely has, he's going to be coming into his prime, and I think that he can take a step forward in a more consistent role. Obviously, he has his flaws, and hopefully, for Washington's sake, that they don't happen. Given that he's on a fairly, mid short to mid-term deal on, I think another 2 more years. But that's that. Montrezl Harrell is an above average regular season player. He's a per 36 minute beast. As for his career, he's averaging 19 points and 11 rebounds per 36. Obviously, during the playoffs, he leaves a bit more to be desired. But obviously now, this team has Thomas Bryant. They also have Daniel Gafford. So when if they make the playoffs, they can kind of lessen his role and not feel the full effects like the Lakers did. To an extent there, where Andre Drummond, it was really a weird dynamic there. But I like also another guy, Aaron Holiday, as a backup point guard in a few minutes a game. He's young, he can also improve, he's a decent playmaker, and he also defends very well considering he's only 6 foot. Couple in that they've replaced long-term coach Scott Brooks, who never was able to get past the semi-conference finals, and replaced him with Wes Unseld Jr., who obviously the son of a legend of the franchise, that looks to create some optimism, and also looking at Danny Avila and Rui Hachimura to have some internal growth. I think that this team really could go places, and I think the playoffs is a minimum for them. And that's it for the video, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, also comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.